right now. Come on now, get some there, honey bear. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
My boots are very muddy.
I can see this. Man, it is not ridiculously hot today. Oh yeah. Oh, we had a fantastic church catapult day. That's what you see there. It's disassembled right now.
Who's driving?
What? You little Oompa Loompa?
Who's driving?
Me. Or you can.
I want to.
All right.
I'll try to.
All right, let's do it.
This.
Whoa, good catch.
Oh.
Good man.
Go ahead, babe.
Hey, today we're at the beach. I'm the one scared.
Why are you scared?
Maybe the yellow jackets are in there.
You got stung by yellow jackets a few weeks ago, so you've been nervous about bees ever since. But these are not the same. Honeybees are nice. Honeybees are nice.
One day, me and my sister saw 4 babies of 5. My mom was us, and we saw 5 or.
Were they hatching? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Kind of being born?
That's what.
Yes, sir.
We saw 2 babies. We saw babies.
I believe it.
Mm-hmm. So we're gonna look for eggs. Okay, now you're gone. We gotta get back in the camera. Okay. So we saw. Okay, we're looking for eggs too. Do you know what an egg looks like? A bee egg looks like?
Come on.
It looks like the. Okay.
The smoke already.
We're getting the smoker ready.
I did it again. Seeds in the hood.
All right, so we're getting the smoker ready.
Some B-roll.
So talk about some of the things that are in there.
In here, we got some of those Traeger
Grill pellets.
Smoke pellets. And then we've got some of our old Swiffer pads that we put in there that the bees will push the hive beetles into those, and they'll get tangled up in them and kill them. It's kind of like a trap. So these are the old ones. I'm using them as fuel now. We try not to waste anything, so we got that in there. And then there's some cool, it almost feels like, a sock. It's like a terry cloth, but it looks like old socks that have been cut up, and that stuff burns the best. You can buy it. It's specifically for smoking, but this has been a really fun. I remember pain. Wyatt,
What?
you think you can find any dry leaves?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on. My finger's too big for this.
Is this the dry one?
Mm-hmm.
That's a blade of grass, buddy.
No, joy.
Yeah, like look over there, like you'll see dead leaves.
It'll smoke, won't it?
Daddy,
Yes, sir. Yep.
I'm scared.
That's right.
You put in.
All right.
You.
Let that catch. Let's start looking and see what we got. Come on, Wyatt. All right, guys. They're getting this super full. And we have not started feeding them at all yet. We have not fed them. We didn't feed them into the spring or nothing, mostly because we didn't have them. They were still at Robert's place. So, all right, let's take that, put this back on. All right, now we need to, so this is the hive that we split, y'all. And we made 3 condos, hopefully soon to be nukes. We'll check that today. So we're gonna take all this out. We're gonna take the queen excluder and the super off, and we're just gonna see if we can find. We're gonna see if we can find. We're gonna see if we can find some eggs in here. See if we've got the new queen established. It may be a little early, but it may not.
All right, so I don't see where there would be any eggs here. This looks to be just simply plenty of food storage. Okay, so we're going to explain some things for you. So like, we just pulled out 2 frames that just are cat full with honey, and you may say like, oh, why don't you just eat that? Well, that honey is for the bees. The more we take from them, you know, the less that they're going to have as it starts getting cold and all of the nectar producing plants stop producing that nectar. So this is for them. Also, in these larger brood boxes, that's where the queen is laying her eggs. And so when you decide you do want to take some honey from bees, you will use what's called soups. And that stands for surplus. So those are that smaller box we just took off. It's going to have smaller frames in it because these frames get really heavy when they're filled up with honey.
Super heavy.
And so, you know, when you're trying to hold all of this stuff and it's full of honey, it just is a lot easier to work with the smaller ones. But most beekeepers will use what's called a queen excluder between the brood boxes and the super, because you don't want the queen going up into your super and laying eggs in that space. Your worker bees, because they're smaller, they can fit through that queen excluder, and I'll show you what that looks like. This is what a queen excluder looks like. So these little holes, these bees can get through, but the queen cannot. So they will continue to add honey into those top levels of the hive. Honey bees are nice. And that's their surplus honey. Again, we don't want to take their regular.
Did it get you? Ma'am? Well, it's the next day. I'm back in my bee suit. But, y'all, please don't go messing with bees unless you have the proper protective equipment on, because my wife got stung in her hand. She was wearing a work glove because the dogs chewed up her other bee glove, and she got stung 4 times. She's been stung a dozen times over the last 2 years, at least a dozen, maybe 2 dozen. And yesterday she got stung by 4 all at once in her hand, her left hand. And within about, let me get some 4-wheel drive up in here. Within about 15 minutes, she was almost completely unconscious, and I was racing through Caldwell County, throwing everybody in the ditch because nobody likes to get out of the way for someone in an emergency with hazards on. I've always done it. I don't know why others don't, but you know, you live and you learn. Luckily, she was immediately pumped full of EpiPen and an IV with more epinephrine or whatever that stuff's called, and luckily she was able to get pulled out of that. So that was a really scary situation, and I'm really thankful that you know, she's able to be here today. So I'll be out there on the bees myself, by myself, but I will say I talked to my bee mentor, and we got some things to do. We got to move an entire nuke over, or move a bees into their own nuke, which is basically going from a 3-frame queen castle to a 5-frame nuke. It is too late, really. Oh, I think I locked myself out. It is too late, essentially, to sell these, or it wouldn't be right for me to sell these to somebody. So I'm going to try to get these established in a 5-frame nuke. And then the next thing I'm going to do is probably go buy a super for this. Oh, this door's open. Good. I'm going to go buy a super for this nuke so we can get them some reserves before winter starts and they all get their butt kicked. I'm also going to make sure I treat everything for varroa mites. Those are brutal and will kick you square in the nuts. They did that. That's what they did to us last year. So I'm gonna do some supplementing for these bees that are breaking out. Hive 1 is still queenless. They're now putting, I think I counted yesterday, 4 or 5 queen cells that were not capped. But those today, I was advised to just leave those, let those run their full course, let them do their thing. If they weren't all on the same frame, I would try to replace the queen castle, the one that I'm taking out and putting in the nuke. I would try to replace that area in the queen castle with a couple of these queen cells, but they're all in the same frame and I don't want to crush them, so I'm just gonna let it play out naturally. And you know, we've already established another hive off of this hive, so this is a super strong hive, but the queen cells did not, for whatever reason, they either flew on their mating flight and never came back, or they fought to the death and both of them died, or, you know, there was 2 in there, I think. There may be a third, but I'm pretty sure it was just 2. And, you know, there's a million things could have happened. You know, something may have gotten in there, destroyed it, or I don't know. So anyways, all you beekeepers out there that are way more seasoned than I am, would love to hear y'all's comments or thoughts underneath, so we can learn from you. So don't be ugly, be educational. So would love to hear it. Would love some coaching. So give us a shout below in the comments, and I'm going to pull this nuke out and then start transferring over. Y'all will be able to see the transfer over into the nuke. And then what we'll also do, we'll check out the rest of the queen castle and see how they're doing, and then we'll check hive 2. All right, hey, thanks for being with us today, y'all. Deep Holler out. Make sure I show you the difference. What we have here is a fresh frame with a plastic base. This is a drawn out frame, so you'll see where the bees have drawn out, and they're gonna have to clean this one up, and it broke down here at the bottom. It's broke off, but they'll build off of that plastic base, and they love that. So this is drawn out, so I'm going to put the 3 frames from that queen castle in here, and what that's going to do is that's going to keep them busy. So hopefully by winter all this will be drawn out, and with the fall flow, I'm praying with the fall flow they'll have plenty of reserves, and then I may have to feed them over the winter just to keep them going. But anyways, let's go over here and start trading them out. See what we got here. See how angry they are. Oh my gosh, look at how many bees there are. It's just crazy. So now I'm gonna start pulling them out. I'll go ahead and set y'all up. So let me see here. Hopefully you can see that. Oh, I found her. She's underneath, right in the middle. I don't know if y'all can see it. She's right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and make sure she gets in safely over here. All right, last one. I'll take you with me for this one. They are angry. I'm gonna slide them out of the way. And we want to put these frames in facing the exact same direction as where they came out. So we'll slide this right in here. Give you a little more purpose for y'all. Now, there you go. I'll do your thing for just a minute. I'm gonna start working on hive number 2. I just want to check the top. Super real quick. I want to see how the honey is. Then I'm going to want to see how the brood is looking and everything like that. So let's keep an eye on this. Oh, Nelly, look at that now. Come on now, get some there, honey bear. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about. Let's go, hillbillies. Let's go, hillbillies. Yeah, they're working. This is frame 3. So frame 2 is close. And frame, the last frame is on fire. It's got honey in it, but they hadn't started. Easy, Trigger. Hi Vito, hi Vito. Got it. Man, I'm lethal with this thing. Y'all, this is heavy, but it's not capped yet. So what that means is when you're like, well, capped, what's capped? Capped means a little white cone. That's capped right there. And you see the stuff that isn't capped? That means they're still filling it and it's not to the right viscosity, or it doesn't have the proper moisture content yet. When it gets to that perfect content, that's when they cap it. So if you can see, there's a lot of nectar in here. They're filling them all out, everything's drawn out, and then they're gonna cap them after that. And capping looks like that. You're beautiful, it's true. Freaking awesome. Freaking awesome, baby. I wish Shelby Grace was here from camp. She's at camp just getting after it. So this looks pretty healthy. I don't think I'm even gonna mess with this down here because this one seems pretty righteous. And I'm missing the bee. I don't want to miss the bee convention. It's our monthly meeting today. So I'm gonna try to make that real quick. And I feel come on, hillbilly. Cletus! Get out of there, Cletus. Oh, that, done. Suckers! All right, it's a good day. Oh, and I got to bring some sugar water out here to feed, just in case. Help nurture them along. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to hit that subscribe, like button. First person to say, hey, you the man, is awesome. And I'll just believe that I'm the man. If not forever, for at least that moment, I'll believe. All right, make it home to my lady. Bee camp. Oh!
I love you. Goodbye. I'll see you later.